Hi there, my name is Jade Guthrie and I'm a team member here at FoodShare's Toronto. We're a food justice organization located here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and our goal is to build a city where everyone has the ability to feed themselves, their families, and their communities with dignity and joy. In direct opposition to this goal is the continued growth of a profit-driven food system that continues to make food increasingly inaccessible for folks who are poor and marginalized. We're calling for an end to lobbying influences at the United Nations and want to see a global commitment to realizing the right to food. Food is grown by the people, and it should be for the people. How have we allowed this corporate capture to happen? And what can we do about it? In our own way, the FoodShare team is working to disrupt this. We do this by collaborating with and taking our cues from those who are most affected by food insecurity, the people who know the most about what needs to change in our food system. This includes Black and Indigenous communities, people of color, people with disabilities, and people living on low incomes. We do this in a lot of different ways, through education and advocacy, through local urban ag projects that help communities get their hands in the soil in their own neighborhoods, and through supporting community-led markets that act as a much-needed alternative to these expensive grocery store chains. We call them good food markets, and there's tons of them happening all across the city of Toronto, led by residents and local agencies who see a need for food in their communities and rise up to meet it. Produce at these markets is subsidized, keeping the prices accessible and affordable for folks living there. And the food that's sold at these markets is culturally relevant and reflective of the communities, ensuring that people are able to access and cook and eat and enjoy their own traditional foods. Markets like these operate on college and university campuses, in senior living facilities, and in public housing blocks. They're organized communities coming together saying we want control over our own food supply. They're communities coming together to say no to the corporate capture of our food system. Because food is not a commodity. Food is a right. If we don't make drastic changes to reclaim our food system now, more and more people will continue to experience food insecurity, and more systemic inequities will continue to grow. If we're truly committed to building a just world together, food will play a major and significant role in that. Take action in your community. Find ways to disrupt this for-profit food system in big and small ways, wherever it is that you can. Ultimately, though, it's governments who have the responsibility to respect and protect and fulfill this right, and the United Nations should be leading the way on this. We must all advocate at every level of government for things like seed sovereignty, for decent working conditions for those who grow our food, for fairer distribution channels, and for equitable access to the nourishment that we need to survive and thrive. I believe if we're committed and we work together, we can transform this system.